Hey guys, it's me Marvelous Gamer and we're back for another Minecraft modding tutorial for 1.10.2, and in this tutorial we're going to be creating a basic item. In the last tutorial we set up our main mod class and the proxies, so let's get started. So in your main package you want to create a package called items and a package called init. Whoop. Refactory main name init. In our init package, we're going to create a new class called mod items, and here we're going to create some methods. So public space static space void init, a public space static space void register, public space static space void register renders, public space static space void register item, and it's going to take in item, and then a public space static space void register render not renders, and that's going to also take an item. So we're going to import import item from net.minecraft.item, and then we're going to do the register render first. So it's going to be, this is very long code, so yeah, I'll put this in the description for you. Model loader dot set custom model resource location. Keep that item. The metadata is going to be 0. The model is going to be new model resource location. I'm going to do the third one to string location and string variant in, and I'm going to do new resource location and then click on the one, choose the one that takes in a domain, and the domain is going to be reference dot mod id. The resource path in is just going to be item dot get unlocalized name dot substring 5, and the variant in is just going to be inventory, so it tells it it's an inventory item. In the register item, we're going to do game registry dot register item, and then yeah, that's basically it for now. And then in our items package, we're going to create a new class, and this is going to be your item class. So item, and then whatever the name of your item is going to be. Mine's going to be Topaz, and then superclass is going to be net.minecraft.item.item with a capital I. We can finish that, and then we're going to control space and then add a constructor. And then in these parentheses, we're going to add a string. String on localized name, and also a string registry name. And then inside of this method, constructor method, whatever you want to call it, I'm going to do this dot set unlocalized name, going to be unlocalized name. This dot set registry name is going to be new resource location, and choose the one that can take in a domain. The domain is going to be reference dot mod id, and the resource path in is just going to be registry name. Add a semicolon to the end, and you're done with this class, so you can close it. And then above all these methods, we're going to type in public static item, and then whatever your item is going to be called. Ours is Topaz, so this adds the item to all of this. So you can, well, this is just basically creating an item. And then in the init, you want to type in your name of the item equals new item, and whatever your class was that you created. And then The unlocalized name is just going to be Topaz. The registry name is just going to be Topaz. Now in register, we're going to do register item Topaz. Register render is going to do register render Topaz. Okay, so we're finished with the mod items, so you can close this. You want to open up your proxy, your client proxy, and in your common proxy you'll see we added this, a public void register renders, and then close this, because we don't want it to initialize on the server because it will crash your game. So we can just get out of the common proxy and control space, and I'm going to add register renders to the client proxy. We can get rid of all of this because we do not need it. And then in the register renders, we're just going to do mod items dot register renders. As simple as that. Now we can close out of the client proxy. And now above the proxy dot register renders, we're gonna do mod items dot init mod items dot register. So this is initializing our items and registering our items. So now that we have done this, if we run the game, we should have Topaz in the game, but it will not have any textures or a proper name. It'll just be item.topaz.name. And we can fix that with a language file. So Minecraft is just loading up, and we shouldn't have any errors while doing this because we haven't really done much. There might be an error up here, no errors, which is good. And as you can see, we'll have this error because we haven't, of course, created a model for our item, so we will get one error there. But everything else should be fine except for that. I don't know what that is. Oh yeah, same thing basically. Okay, now Minecraft is open. You can go in. Come on. Loading. And, whoops, because I tried this before. But you can just do /give your, and then tab, and then your mod ID, which is tutorial for us, and then colon, and then whatever the unlocalized name is, or register name, I don't know which one it is, but press tab and you'll see. And we have this giant block. Useless block, even though it's an item. And as you can see, it's called item.topaz.name. So we're just going to close out of this, and we are going to fix that right now. So in the resources, down here, you want to create a new package, and it's going to be called assets. Inside the assets, you're going to create a new package called tutorial. Well, actually, whatever your mod name is, make sure it is whatever your mod name is, because otherwise this will not work. Create another package, and on the end dot textures, another one, get rid of textures, models, and then one more dot language. Now in the language, we're actually going to do that first, so new untitled text file, and then we're going to do item.topaz.name equals, make sure there is no space between the equals and whatever you're going to type. So it's just going to be Topaz, and you want to save it in your language file folder, package, whatever, and we're going to call it en_us.lang. So we can close out of this. So that fixes our language, well, the name of our item. Now in models, we're going to do new untitled text file. Well, actually, before we do that, we're going to create a new package in models, and we call it item, not items, but item. We're going to create a new untitled text file, and in here this is going to be our JSON file for our item topaz. So you're going to have squiggly brackets, and then inside of here we're just going to do parent colon item / generated, comma, and then we're going to do textures colon more squiggly brackets, and this is going to be layer 0, and it's colon, and then your mod ID, so ours is tutorial, colon, and then items / because we haven't created the items folder in our textures yet, but items / and whatever the name of your item's going to be, or your unlocalized name. And then we're going to put it into our models item, and we're going to call it topaz.json. And this is basically just telling Minecraft that the texture is in here, and then we haven't actually created a package. We'll create that now. .items, not item, but items. And then, as you can see, tutorial, which is our mod ID, and then textures, items, and then topaz, which we haven't created yet. So I can close out of this, and now I'm going to open up GIMP. You can get GIMP, I'll put a link in the description. It is pretty good for Mac for a free application to create things and stuff, or edit images stuff. So I'm actually gonna go to, you want to find your Minecraft folder, which should be in library. If you can't find library, just go up here and hold down Alt, and then Alt or Option, and then library will come up. And then go to application support, and then Minecraft. And then we're going to go to versions, the version of our Minecraft. And then all you got to do is open with archive utility, and then there'll be a folder that will pop up. And then in that folder you can find, there will be a folder in that folder called assets, and then you can just make a folder somewhere. I have over here, but this is an old texture pack, but it'll still work because the images don't really change. I'm going to be using emerald and just change the color of it. So assets, Minecraft, textures, and then items. And I'm gonna find emerald, and as you can see, emerald's here, so I'm just gonna drag it into GIMP, scale that up, and then if we go to colors, here's saturation. Let's change this so that it fits. Oh, what just happened? Let's bring it down. There we go. I like that color. Press OK, and then Command E to export it. And you want to find your folder, source, main, resources, assets, tutorial, textures, and then you'll see these items, and you want to call it your unlocalized name. And then we're just going to export that. Export. And then we can just close out of GIMP. And that. So now if we actually look in here, we'll have topaz.png. You can open it up, and it's got our topaz. So now, if we run the game, it should work. This is first try, so hopefully it works. It should. Make sure everything in your JSON file is right. Like a missing colon, anything will screw it up. So, waiting for this. Come on, Minecraft. Taking ages to load. And as you can see over here, we shouldn't have any errors at all. 20 errors, no errors. And as you can see, we've got no errors doing that. So if we go back into our world, as you can see, look, we have an item. Topaz. So, ooh. Pick it up. You can do anything with it. Okay, turn this music off. It's annoying as heck. As you can see, we can do everything with it. It's not in a tab, but in future tutorials, I will teach you how to make a tab, and also you can put it into one of these tabs if you want. So if we compare it against an emerald, and as you can see, they're basically the same, just different colors. So come on, pick them up. What's wrong with Minecraft? Jeez. Okay. So that is it for this tutorial. In the next tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you how to create blocks. And so, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like to keep seeing this series, please comment down below and leave a like to tell me, well, just to show me that you like this series, and I will create more videos. So yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. See ya. Bye.